Hello Obedients, I am Kwankwasia. This video is made purposely for you because most of you don't know a lot of things about Nigerian politics. You are kids and you need to be taught, or TBS, you need to be informed. There's one question I will ask you. Do you know who is the godfather of your godfathers? Obedient and Kwankwasia. That's my question. The answer is most of you will say no. When this dispensation came in, Obasanjo was the first president, and he tried to build his empire, political empire. So in South, he had the like of Jonathan, Dixon Sariek. In the Southeast, he has the like of Obi and Okorocha. Here in the North, he has the like of Kwankwaso and Sule Lamido. All those that I've mentioned are Obasanjo errant boys, loyalists, and still answerable to him. All this brouhaha that the federal government doesn't want Obi on ballot paper is just a scam. It's a lie. Obi is being played by his godfather. The issue is about Atiku. Atiku will not be allowed. Why? Because Atiku play the game that terminate the Obasanjo third-term agenda, and Obasanjo was unforgivable because the third-term agenda was a Yoruba agenda. His ambition had not been terminated. It wouldn't have been up to this time that the Yoruba didn't achieve their agenda. So that termination angered them, angered Obasanjo. And he swore to his life that he will make sure Nigerians and Atiku paid the price. But most of you don't know. The best person, or the first person in Nigeria that loved Igbo most politically, is Atiku Abubakar. It's Atiku Abubakar that come out openly and declare that when he was voted as a president and do his tenure, he will hand over to the Igbo. No any Nigerian dare say that except Atiku when he picked Obi as his running mate. This is the person that the same Obi is being used to prostrate. You, the Igbos, or the Obidients, that you have been accusing or abusing Atiku. Atiku is the person that you should love most. The Obasanjo that's playing Obi and Kwankwaso to be the spoilers are the greatest enemy that you love. The game that have been played in 2023 is the same be repeated in this 2027, and by the same person, Obasanjo, using his errand boy Obi and Kwankwaso. If you don't see that, then you are a blind man. There's no how Obi and Kwankwaso can win a presidential election. If Obi cannot manage Afghan crisis, cannot manage Labour Party crisis, how do you expect him to manage Nigeria's crisis? Kwankwaso cannot even manage any NPP crisis. Kwankwaso has once said that he can't be a vice president to Obi because he has more CB than Obi. But today, how did it come today Kwankwaso agreed to be a vice president to Obi? Don't you ask yourself, Don't you know that there is something behind of godfatherism that is working? Just go and make your research. I don't say things foolishly. We have been studying this dispensation since its return. And I can tell you so many things about it. Why did they leave ADC? They say they are afraid of primary election. If Atiku and Obi cannot beat Atiku in primary election, how can they beat an incumbent president like Bola Ahmed Tinubu? You got to think, my friend. Politics is not a rocket science. So they are just playing a spoiler. In politics, there is deal, negotiation, persuasion, interaction, communication, all this. Then how can you expect someone that built his own political party and you just expect it to come out and dash it you? Obedience. Can you do that to Atiku? Can you build your own party and when Atiku comes in and you just give him? Don't be myopic. Be just in your dealings. So Nigerians, don't blame Atiku when Tinubu wins again. Blame Peter Obi and Konkoso for your voice. Whatever happened to Nigeria, Atiku will not suffer. You, the Obedients and the Nkonkosiya, will be the one to pay the price. Put it down.
What happened between both of you? You used to be very close. I remember in 2023, Peter Obi was like a saint to you.
Very good. I cannot remember using that word saint.
I said he was like a saint to you. It was almost like this ethereal being. That was how you marketed him to the Nigerian people. This ethereal being that is incorruptible and capable of changing our country. That was your rhetoric about this man. What has happened now?
It is good you brought it forth. I am one of the most accountable and transparent politician to Nigeria because my interest is in rebuilding Nigeria and the Nigerian people who don't have any need whatsoever to suffer. A lot of people always make insinuations. In 2019, Atiku Abubakar brought Peter Obi to contest with him. I fought that ticket.
Why?
Because I said they would do 8 years. Then Buhari had done 4 years. And that means it will not augur well for Ndibo. Because by 2023, I wanted an Igbo man to sit as president. And I did not want the presidency and the power in Nigeria to be in any sector for more than 8 years. So if they had come into power 2019, they would have spent 8 years. With Buhari's 4 years, that would have been 12 years. I came against that ticket. That was when I joined APC. And I remember I told Ndibo, it's not because of me I'm joining this APC then. It is because I know that if Ndibo supports Buhari 2019, we will not have a bargaining power for Buhari to support us 2023. And I told APC plainly, this is my mission here. After the 2019, Buhari came in. Ndibo did not listen to me. They did not vote for him. And in 2023, we didn't have much bargaining power in APC. But even as we did not have bargaining power, I have already said that justice of the time demands that somebody from Southeast must be president. And luckily, of course, Obi was not my first choice because I didn't know him. We had never sat down to discuss. I went to PDP, then to the people I'm close to. I said, look, you have to give one candidate. All of you. It's not enough that you say it's from our side. You must have to work hard to pick the ticket. All of you must work together. I went to APC and told them the same thing. I said, give me the ticket of any qualified person and you see what I can do. Leave the rest to God. And then none of them got it. And unfortunately, in APC, Tinubu made the unfortunate mistake of picking a fellow Muslim. Because anywhere I am, I give 100% loyalty. At any point I can't give 100% loyalty, I'm gone. So Peter Obi was clever enough to separate himself and joined Labour Party. And that thing I wanted, I had. That was when I started studying about Peter Obi. And then I studied about him. Of course, I was already biased in his favor because I wanted him to be president, because I wanted somebody from the Southeast. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. It has something to do with justice. We are a majority tribe, and it was the turn of the Southeast to produce the president. From 1999, we've not produced the president or vice. And the Southwest had produced president and vice. The South had produced president and vice. We have not produced president or vice. So for me, it was a purpose. I was very passionate about it. And I did what I did. And thank God, in my own opinion, we won the election. But that's where the problem starts. If you're dealing with me, if I do my own part, you must do your own part, or there will be consequences.
Peter Obi didn't do his own part?
Not at all.
What was his part? What did you want him to do?
I wanted him to fight ferociously for his mandate. A lot of people died. A lot of people were beaten. A lot of people were destroyed. A lot of people's businesses went in. Some people left all they are doing for this cause. What have you, Peter Obi, sacrificed? You're not willing to sacrifice anything. What are you doing in politics? I maintain politics is not for boys, it's for men.
You still want Onyibo to be a president of this country?
Very well.
Who, apart from Peter Obi, can you rally behind right now? Flawed as he may be. I've watched your interviews. I've heard everything that you said. Yeah. I've heard everything that you have been saying.
Yes.
But he's still a front runner, and he's Onyibo as well. Why not support him?
First and foremost.
Are you going to now look for someone else to begin this journey to the presidency? You already have this one. He may be flawed. Oh, they've said all kinds of things. He doesn't have the sagacity. He doesn't want to sacrifice. Someone called him a vulture, that he feasts on dead parties. Whatever it is, he's Onyibo, and he's a front runner. Why aren't you supporting him if that is your zeal, if that is what you really want?
Very good. I left him July 2024. So it has nothing to do with 2027. I left him because he saw Labour Party die in his hands. And he was the only and undisputed leader. I left him because he was not decisive. I felt discouraged, demoralized, and deceived. Because I'm Igbo. And we follow our leaders when they show courage. We follow men of valor, not men of victim mentality. You must lead and you must be in the front of the battle. So when Labour Party died, what else is he done? He refused to revive Labour Party. You knew you don't want primary election and you can't build a political party. If these people are bold and brave as they claim, why don't they build a political party? I suggested this early enough. Is it that will fight for Labour Party and consolidate it, or will leave early to a new party? Now, you don't want to do any of those things. You're just waiting for somebody to build a party for you. And then you come as a squatter and you start claiming what can never be yours. He now came into the coalition. And then, because they say you should go to primary, you ran away. Let me give you an example as a word of analogy. Tinubu is regarded as the leader of APC. In 2022, they called him that they've zoned APC ticket to the north. And they zoned it to Senator Lawan by the national chairman of APC. And he said the villa was aware of it. And this was the time it was supposed to rotate to the south. Tinubu did not go to start whining to start crying. I am the national leader. See what you're doing to me. Oh. Tinubu told them, 1, it's unconstitutional. 2, just allow me to contest in a free and fair primary. If I'm defeated, I will accept it. And they say, fair enough. And he went and proved his capacity right there in Eagle Square. He went into the primary and defeated everybody. He was not the choice of APC. He was not the choice of the Villa. He was not the choice of the NWC of APC. But he said, I am capable of winning this. And he went and won. And all his inadequacies, APC collapsed under one. Nobody now had any objection or any reason not to support him. My brother Peter Obi, if you sincerely believe you can win this election for Igbo, this is your trial. Don't come to say, I'm Igbo, I'm in this, because in 2023, you said, do not vote for me because I'm Igbo. Vote for me because I have the capacity, the competence, and the character. Use that your capacity to prove that you can get it. And despite the fact that I already had differences as to the manner he does his things, I was always watching his back in NWC. So when he said he wanted the NOS that will organize the primary, I said, fine, me too. I don't have a problem with that. When his aide was in charge of the registration line of members of ADC, I said, fine, so that he will be assuaged. So even when you organize your own primary, you're still afraid. Come on, let him step aside. We are not chickens in Igbo land. We are eagles. We open our wings and fly. We have 1,000,001 person that can be president. In short, almost any Igbo man with Igbo sense
give
will
me 3.
A better president.
Give me 3 that can beat Tinubu right now. Give me 3. Land. Yes, give me 3.
Any secondary school.
Give me 3 now.
I don't need to name. I said every Igbo man that has Igbo sense can beat Tinubu. But it is what I'm telling you, that we are talking about is strategy. And I tell you why. In Nigeria, you must have to recognize our peculiarities. Do you know why the Southwest has been moving well since the Fourth Republic? They learned from their mistakes. And they stopped isolationism, and they embraced cohesion and collaboration. Remember during the time of Awolowo, a wonderful person for the Southwest. And Southwest will always give him all the votes. But it was not enough to make him president.
He said, give me 3 people who have built a political base, contested recently, and have the ability to beat Tinubu from the Southeast. That is not Peter Obi.
And I was telling you, I was coming into the strategy. Without this issue that you need to strategize, any woman that is of the age of voting can administer this country better than Tinubu. But you see, that enough will not win you elections.
Yes.
And that's where I am telling you about strategy. From 1993, the Southwest started recalibrating democratically. MKO Abiola launched out and made sure that he cohered among his own people and collaborated with other people. And they won, fair and square. And the forces that own Nigeria still denied him. And the Southwest insisted and fought. I was part of it, but I fought. I was in the street in June 12 struggle. I was a Lagosian. And that time I was not born again. I was still doing pure. After that, the whole world understood that somebody from the South can win presidential election fair and square in Nigeria without stress. The Southwest maintained that June 12 should be revalidated. And unfortunately, Abiola died. And it was revalidated in Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999, which all of us supported. Have you noticed that the Southwest has never contested against an incumbent since 1999? That's strategy. You know why? Because they know that with the power of the incumbency, and you are in the south where it is not monolithic, it is polyolithic. It's polyolithic. Now, if you are from one section of the south and you do not have alignment with the north and you don't have power of incumbency, even if you win like Abiola won, there is a tendency to be snatched from you.
Yes.
So the southwest embarked on that strategy to make sure that it's only when there is opening that they will attack. That was what I did. For you to know how I want an Igbo man to be president without asking for compensation. In 2023, I had already figured from 2015 that there will be vacancy there. And I started projecting. And in 2023, I attacked. So in 2027, there is an incumbent from the south. It will be impossible except God decrees otherwise. Because we subject ourselves to the majesty of the Almighty God. It will be impossible to use somebody from the south, in my own opinion, to tackle him. That was why Obi would have ensured that Tinubu does not take his victory if he believed that he won. That was what MKO did. Now, this is 2027. There is an incumbent. And this incumbent, when he was not president, he overran the system. He said, I will take it, I will snatch it, I will grab it, and I will run away with it. Without the army, without the police. He achieved it. And now he's an incumbent. And you're coming with, and you want to think you can snatch the power from him. A snatcher. Who told you that you can snatch power from a snatcher? After weighing all these things, there's a need for strategic alliance. And when Obi came into the coalition, it would have been a beautiful thing. And then because of your selfish interest, your selfish purpose, you now want to throw Ndibo under the bus. You want to leave the coalition that you came in willingly and voluntarily. Nobody promised you the ticket. And because you went around telling people to give you the ticket, they refused, you want to go. And then you want to throw Ndibo under the bus. Do you want us to go and use our head to break coconuts? Coconut of Tinubu alone? No. It's better that the whole Nigeria, because the election of 2027 is going to be the people of Nigeria against Tinubu. It's better that all of us stay in one coalition. We succeed together or we fail together. And everybody would have had the trust and love for Ndibo for being consistent and not being conflagrating. So if Ndibo will use that same strategy and dislodge a Tinubu and take the power from him, then in maybe next 4 years, because that is what we are going to agree on, we will say it is our turn, and whoever is the incumbent, if it's not Igbo, if it's a northerner, will now support us, and we will produce the president. And if by the grace of God we are the vice president in 2027, it's an improvement, because we've never been vice president since 1999. It's a very clean and straightforward something. And you, Obi, want to throw all these things to the boss because of your interest, and you want to project that it is only you that can be president. Who are you? No, who are you? Is that not an insult to more than 20 million Ndibo? You made third class in the university, and then you're saying it is only you. How?
Yes, my wonderful people, as we prepare for 2027 elections, it is no longer news that Peter Obi and Kwankwaso have moved from ADC, which was the opposition coalition, to NDC to pursue their, whatever they call it, is it OKABKO movement aspiration. But you see, for those of you that see this as strange or a big news, I think you are still learners in Nigerian politics. Now, for those of us who understand the dynamics of Nigerian politics, we saw this coming. And I'll tell you this for free. The biggest problem of Nigerian democracy is Obasanjo. Yes. Now, for those of you who have very retentive memory, you would remember that when Obasanjo betrayed Atiku and wanted to pursue his third-term agenda, the major force that stopped him was Atiku Abubakar. Otherwise, Nigerian democracy in 2007 would have been crippled. You see, since that time, Obasanjo has not forgiven Atiku. He has nursed this bitterness and deep hatred for Atiku. And because of that, all he tries to do is this. Whenever there is a unified opposition, he dissolves that opposition. He fights that opposition. Why? He is trying to get another third term through Peter Obi. He is looking for a president that he can be controlling like a puppet. That is exactly what he's looking for. And you can see that he was the one that orchestrated these moves and brokered their alliance, Obi, whatever, and the Kwankwasos. But you see, one of the things that he doesn't understand is the same way Atiku stood against him the other time. You cannot fight a man whose time has come. I can tell you this for free. Kwankwaso is working for Tinubu, and indirectly they are using Obi to work for Tinubu. Don't let anybody deceive you. They are leaving ADC is part of the game plan of Tinubu to secure the vote. The same strategy that APC used in 2023 that we forecasted here is still that same strategy. Divide and rule. They are trying to make things so easy for Tinubu to win again. Why? Because Tinubu knows that he has lost the support of the North. The core North. Yes, that's the truth. And let's not deceive ourselves. If we want to talk about the numbers, bro, the North has the numbers. So he knows that because the North may not support him in 2027, he's turning to the South. And that is the reason why you see he's doing a whole lot of things in the South right now. Trying to work with, the other people and the rest. And luck has run out of, he has run out of luck, rather. Makinde and some other people who supported Wike are now against Wike. So for this, I will tell you for free. Atiku's time has come. If only Alhaji Atiku Abubakar knows how to utilize this opportunity, this is his time to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why? He has the North locked down. At best, Kwankwaso can only get votes from Kano, which he did after all the other time. And they were going to split Bola Tinubu's votes in the South. So the battle in the South is between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and whatever they want to do, Obi and Kwankwaso. They can split their South. All that is needed for Atiku is simple. Just win some states in Southwest. In the South, get some votes, some states. If you don't win, don't worry, just get some good votes and leave the rest. By the time Tinubu, Obi have splitted the South and you have majority of the North, and mind you, yes, daddy will no longer work this time around. Yes, daddy will no longer work. You see the 2023 where pastors were forcing members to vote for Peter Obi. That time has gone. Our mumu don't do. Nigerian eyes don't open. We are not voting according to that religion, whatever you guys did in 2023. And I'm sure Obi himself knows about this. Atiku Abubakar, this is your time to rule Nigeria. It is your time to lead. And it is God that has separated Obi from you. I told you guys in the beginning, I said, Obi is like a cancer in ADC. He does not like to build. All he likes to do, he wants free ticket. He wants free meal. Wherever they don't cook finish, now there in the light go. Masu Arewa, this is your time. And I can tell you, nature, God, and everything is already working for Atiku. I remain the one and only microphone doctor, Dr. Help, aka Palmer Piki. May God help. I'll see you in my next video. In the meantime, congratulations to you, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Your time.
The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. I say this because we are going to interrogate and question. We, that is the Muslim North, the Northern Nigeria, will interrogate Peter Obi's tenure when he was the governor of Anambra State. What he did to Northerners in 2022. We all know that. He deported them. He even made them have ID card, their names, where they are from, what their occupation is. In this Nigeria that we live.
There's been a lot of reporting about how that has been exaggerated to reflect him in a negative light.
It is true. Did he not? It is the same. It is the same Konkoso that have had to fly to Oka, go and sit with them. I say, be careful. I have more Igbos in Kano living in peace than there are Northerners throughout the Southeast. So you better be careful. The same. So he will come to the North now and explain to us. And that is why Konkoso is the vehicle to sell him to the North. But we have his record to interrogate what he did to Northerners when he was the governor of... Because if you ask him, I've seen a lot of his interviews, when he's asked, what is your manifesto? He says, I've done it in Anambra. I've done it in Anambra. I've done this. I've done this. So, Governor Peter Obi, yeah, we've seen what you've done in Anambra State when you are governor, vis-a-vis how you treated us, people, our people in the North.
But he has also spoken admirably about the North's comparative advantage and how he said, listen, the secret to unlocking Nigeria's true economic potential lies in the North, especially in agriculture. How he talked about this could be the basis for an economic revival that could unlock jobs, that could fight poverty and address the security concern. If you have to just focus on looking forward, because yes, the past is the past and there are some checkered past that most of our politicians have to deal with. If you have to focus on his ideas for the North, for instance, does he get your vote?
Unbelievable. I'm older than Peter Obi. I was born in 1960, he was born in 1961. I've seen the world more than he's seen. He's done his governance, he's a businessman. Every one of us, I know the North more than he does. He cannot come and tell me about the North. And this is the biggest problem. In the North, he does not understand what ails us. He doesn't. At all. 24 were killed. Front page, Daily Trust. 24 were killed in Jikamshi, where I'm from. Does he know anything? The biggest thing that ails us in the North is insecurity. What does he know about insecurity in the North? How is he going to take care of the problems of insecurity in Jikamshi, Sayaya, Matazu, Maradu, Ngoshi? I've seen him come and give you all those bogus numbers. In Bangladesh, this, in Malaysia, this, mean nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing to our people. Nothing. You have to... I've seen him a lot. Oh yeah, in Bangladesh, they do this. In Malaysia, we don't care.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. It is very obvious that Atiku supporters are jilted by the fact that Obi left ADC for NDC. And they've been attacking him all this while. I don't get the reason why they are attacking this person. Do you want to attack Peter Obi because he left? Why don't you test your popularity in your various parties? You want to become the president, he wants to become the president. Nigeria believes in Peter Obi to become the president and to fix the problem we are facing in this country. And you believe that you can become the president because you are from the northern part of the country. So why is it not it's a question of you guys both testing your popularity in your various parties? Before the 2023 general election, you underrated this man and you felt like Peter Obi don't have the capacity and what it takes to win an election. But it was obvious he won the election but was rigged out. It is now that you are coming out to say that you want to a kind of come together with him. You want to coalesce with him so that you can remove Tinubu from power. The thing is this, one thing you guys don't understand is this: there is time for everything, and you need to be very sensitive to what is happening in your surroundings. You know, Nigerians are aware of the fact that there is power rotation and there is disagreement between the north and the south every 8 years, and now it's the turn of the south to rule. However, the northern oligarchs oligarchs and the northern power brokers who feel Nigeria belongs to them wants to become the president at all costs. You, a southerner that knows this, you know everything, you know the truth. Instead of supporting what is right, because of your own personal and selfish interest, you are attacking the person and the personality of Mr. Peter Obi. This is the same person you swore everything for. This is the same person you call the best thing to happen to Nigeria in 2023. And this is the same person you are criticizing and the same person you are denigrating now because of your principle now, because you've been paid and you've been bought over. You can see all these people that are saying and making jest of the fact that Obi and Kwankwaso are coming together to dig it out with the current President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are jilted over that fact and they are insulting this coalition and all of that. Understand? You people are just jilted for nothing, because Nigeria does not belong to the North alone. Nigeria is meant for everybody. The party and the same person you supported in 2023 is the person that is making the whole economy tumble into what we don't understand today. Yet you are still hell bent on making the same mistake because of religion. You want all power and all the president from the North. You want anybody that must rule this country should come from the North. That is your own feeling and your own idea of one Nigeria. How do you think one Nigeria is going to work if you keep on being tribalistic, you keep on being sectional, and you keep on being thinking everything self-centered and selfish? You want everything to be all about you people alone. The thing that is even getting me worked up is not even about the Northerners, because they have their own right to kind of accentuate their selfish interest and selfish desire and to impose it on other people. However, a southerner who knows this and who knows better shouldn't be in their fold saying all sort of rubbish against his own person and against their own right to power. It's either Peter Obi or Tinubu. That is just what I feel. And if they not like, they should wait for 2031 so that they can come to the table and contest. This whole idea of trying to kind of whittle down, or maybe trying to denigrate Peter Obi, to insult him so that he can give up and all of that, is not going to work. You say people that are supporting and saying all sort of stuff and making up all this northern agenda are the same people that are killing the North. You are the same people that have destroyed the North, and yet you come out to say all sort of things that just because you feel you can convince your people and you can deceive your people, so you come out to say all sort of things to kind of paint the Igbo people and even the candidacy of Mr. Peter Obi in bad light. It's not going to work. Nigerians are wiser now. Even the northern youths are wiser now, and of course 2027 will tell how it goes. Drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.